Real confidence comes from emotional security. So, what do we mean by saying emotional security? What is emotional security? So, emotionally secure individuals tend to do a few things. They tend to remain calm under pressure, as opposed to maybe getting ahead of themselves. So, sometimes I'll say that's a kind of a gestalt thing where we, when we react sort of overreact to what's happening in the moment, or anybody does this, it tends to connect to all the times that remind us of whatever. So it's not even what's happening now. So let's put yourself in there. Something happens, and it's not this situation that's driving you crazy or making you frustrated or making you angry or whatever it is. It's all the other times. It connects to all these other things in your brain, all those other examples, and it's a gestalt, a compound effect that builds like I can't take it anymore, and you explode, or you whatever it is for you, some sort of emotional response that's not great. So remaining calm under pressure is seeing the situation as it is, not projecting something internal onto it from you and your stuff, right? Your baggage, your experiences. Don't project anything. Just see this for what it is and kind of allowing it to unfold and dealing with things as they come up, remaining calm under pressure. Uh, Another thing that shows emotional security is expressing yourself honestly or being able to express yourself honestly. Caveat, maybe with some kindness, with some and you should be good at this with some analytical, uh, thought behind it. Do I need to say this? What's the reason I'm about to say this? Right? What's my intention? Does it need to be said? Do I need to say anything? Right? Think about that. Speaking honestly, having a kind of kindness, but you can still flirt. You can still be honest and not necessarily be mean. You can be playful, so you can speak your mind. And even though it's not what maybe somebody wants to hear, it's in a playful way. So you're flirting, but you're still being honest. And another thing that shows that a person has emotional security is that you can tolerate uncertainty. That kind of goes back to that first thing, in a sense of being calm under pressure. You can tolerate uncertainty. You maybe don't know where this situation is going, and maybe not only tolerating it, but what if you could embrace uncertainty? Imagine if we could teach that to kids, that kids could embrace not knowing things and the desire to then maybe learn more. So you embrace uncertainty, not knowing where things are going to go, and that's okay. That's where that confidence can come in. That's where that emotional security, which is a kind of confidence, can come in. Attachment research, as I'm just going to read this, that shows that secured attachment styles experience less dating anxiety and greater relationship satisfaction. But that seems natural, right? That seems obvious. If you're secure, you're projecting that onto your partner or with your partner, and she's picking up on this. So she's having a better relationship. She's not on pins and needles wondering how you're going to respond or blow up to every single little thing that happens, right? You have the ability to create that deeper connection when at least one of you is has secure attachment. And why is it then that emotional security creates this attraction? Because people feel comfortable around people who appear emotionally stable. Because of course you do. And maybe think about this. Ever walk into a store or wherever, but let's say a store, and you see somebody, and it's not you see them because they're dressed differently or whatever. That's not even a visual thing per se. They could be dressed like anybody else, but there's just something about how they're acting. And not maybe they're mentally ill and it's over the top and whatever. Like this person needs to see somebody. This person maybe hasn't taken their medication or should be on medication. It's more subtle than that. It's almost like you're a detective or a police officer, but you just kind of pick up something about this person, and you maybe give them a wide berth. Maybe you kind of give them some space, or kind of kind of keep your eye on them. Something about what they're doing at an unconscious level for you. Again, you probably can't point your finger at it, is making you uncomfortable. Okay? That's what we're talking about. This emotional, that maybe they lack a kind of emotional security and you're picking up on it. That's what we want to talk about, because generally speaking, the calmest person in the room often appears to be the most confident. They may not be, but it's a little trick you can use. It's one of those things where you fake it till you make it, but if you just remain calm, think before you speak, think before you act. Even if you're not the most confident person in the room, you will appear that way. And then other people treat you that way and respond to you that way. And then you start to build this confidence. Does that make sense? So be the calmest person in the room and see how confidence will follow. I will see you on the next video.